Hey guys, it's Melissa here with communicatewithangels.com. Let me know if you can hear me today. And today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different, but it's also something that I'm very passionate about, which is helping you to discover and heal your past lives. So I have two online workshops coming. Well, it's the same workshop offered on two different days, coming up on Friday and Saturday, 30th of July and 31st of July. So if you are interested in taking an online workshop with me, go ahead and click on that link to learn more. And I want to share with you a little bit about this topic and why it can be so incredibly helpful and healing. So if you are here live, please say hi in the chat. I do want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay before I move forward. And also I love to connect with you all. I have a microphone connected with my computer and I'm never sure if it's really working. So I'll dive on in and hopefully you guys are going to say hi. So past lives, you are energy. You are a soul with a body, not a body with a soul. You are the sum total of all of your experiences over many, many lifetimes. Now, this is not something that anyone can ever really prove, but through experience, this idea of reincarnation may start to resonate with you. And if you're attracted to this channel, I'm going to guess that it does. Have you ever had experiences where you met someone for the first time and you felt like you knew them? Hey, Sonali, thanks for saying hi. Glad you guys can hear me okay. Please keep saying hi in the chat. I'd love that. So you meet someone for the first time and you feel like you've known them before. You feel like you're creating a relationship where you're picking up where you left off, even though you've only logically just met them in this lifetime. Sometimes we take an instant dislike to something. Sometimes you feel like you've done something before to the point where it's boring for you and you don't want to do it anymore, even though logically you haven't actually done it in this lifetime. I did a technique one time where we went back to a past life and I discovered a lifetime in Egypt where I was a male and I was learning how to use an abacus, and I was a mathematician, a very dedicated and passionate mathematician in that lifetime. And so in this current lifetime, when I did math in high school, because you had to, you didn't have any choice, right? It always came easily to me, but I was not at all interested in it. And that's why, because I had done that in another lifetime. That was not my purpose for this lifetime. So over time, you might find that you're really drawn to certain places because you've been there before. You're connected to certain people because you've known them before. You have a sense of familiarity. Okay. So what can happen is, because you are energy, you bring with you all of the traits, knowledge, growth, experiences that you've had from the past, right? And so even from this lifetime, all you really take with you is your state of consciousness, the growth that you get from experiences, the wisdom that you take from experiences. You can't take any of these material things with you, right? So that's why it's important not to get attached to the material world. Enjoy it while you're here, make the most of it, but always realize that it's a means to an end. So when you were born into this lifetime, you brought with you trends, tendencies, personality from the past. And much of that is actually positive. Each lifetime ideally builds on the next. If I don't learn it in this lifetime, it's probably going to come up again in another lifetime. Not from the sense of karma in that you're being punished for doing something bad. I don't believe there are any good or bad experiences. They're all just experiences to learn and grow from. And so if you have strengths, like you see little children and they're naturally gifted at something, they're naturally already good at something. You hear people making comments like, wow, they're an old soul. They're wise beyond their years, right? I can definitely say that about my son. And so we come into this lifetime with many positive things to build upon. The flip side of the coin is that if you have had traumatic experiences in a past life, you can also carry through those not so positive tendencies, fears, hurt, rejection, resentment, whatever it might be. And all of this is unconscious because you don't consciously remember the past life experience where that emotion originated. And so if you ever find yourself feeling really stuck or resistant or fearful, and there's no logical reason why you would be feeling that way, it just doesn't seem to make sense, that's a pretty good clue that it's actually an energy, an emotion that originated in a past lifetime. And so through my work and my own personal growth experiences, I found that becoming conscious and remembering past lives can be very, very helpful. Now, here's the kicker, right? This channel is called Communicate with Angels. And our angels don't tell us what we want to hear. They tell us what we need and what's true. And so if you are wanting to uncover your past lives for the fascination factor, I call it, for the intrigue and the interest and the storytelling, you'll probably find that your angels will only give you enough information that you need to learn and grow from. Okay, so you're not going to get all the past life stories and, use it as something to tell your grandchildren at night. No, it's going to be your angels will give you the information that you need to understand and to heal. So it might just be glimpses. It might just be a vision, a quick memory, an understanding, so you can start putting the pieces of the puzzle together for yourself. And when you have that conscious memory of what occurred in a past life, then it's like this feeling of reassurance, like, okay, now the pieces of the puzzle have come together and it kind of makes sense. You can understand and you can forgive yourself and you can forgive the people that were involved in that past life, because often our loved ones are people that we've known in other lifetimes. And then energetically, you can release that energy. It's hard to release something when you don't know what it is. I believe that in the spiritual growth path, we need to do the work ourselves to heal. Energetic healing does work. You can release energy, but I don't think that you can just release it without doing any work on yourself. You need to put that effort into it, right? That's the old saying, what you put into it is what you get out of it. So, I'll tell you a little bit of a story about something that was really helpful for me. I'm uncovering a past life. I've got many stories, but I'll keep it brief. And then I'll tell you a little bit more about what's going to happen in the online class on Friday or Saturday, whichever time you decide to enroll for. So my most recent lifetime, and I've known this for a while actually, is that I was in World War II and I was a Jew, I believe in either Germany or Poland. I was a young woman. I was about 18. I was 17 when the war started. I had a younger brother who's actually my younger sister in this current lifetime. And our parents got killed. So I was kind of on the run, hiding with my little brother because we were Jews. If we were discovered, we would have been sent to the concentration camp and killed. And so in that lifetime, we were hiding for 2 years. And I have these visions of being like in this underground bunker and kind of just sitting in the dirt. There was also times when people were hiding us in their barn, like under the floorboards, things like that. So eventually, we did get discovered, and the death was very swift. It was like, you know the stories of what happened in the concentration camps. So that was kind of a blessing in a way. I wasn't in the concentration camp for years. But what did have an emotional impact on me was 2 years of hiding for my life in that last lifetime. And so I came in to this lifetime with some pretty ingrained fears around people. Anybody that had kind of an intimidating personality. Hi, Charles. Glad you're here. Or was kind of that very firm person, or like an authority figure. I was terrified. Like energetically, I would just shut down and get very shy and withdrawn and want to hide, right? Because it was a past life memory, the emotional trauma of that situation where if I got discovered, if I was seen, I was going to be killed. And so when I was a child in this lifetime, I was born and raised in New Zealand. And I remember particularly one time when I was a gymnast when I was younger, and I would go to gymnastics practice, and I got put in a different group with older girls. It was actually a good thing because I was very talented at gymnastics, and so I kind of got put up a level. But what occurred was that I was with girls 2 years older than me, and when you're 10, that's a big deal. A 10-year-old with 12-year-olds, right? And so they intimidated me, and I just kind of stopped talking when I was around them. I literally was mute. Crazy. So now looking back on that experience, I realized that that was a trigger of the past life of hiding from people that intimidated me because I would get killed. So when I uncovered that, and I was able to start healing it and to heal the throat chakra and to realize that it is safe to speak, it is safe to be me, it is safe to be my truth and to be authentic. And hey, if I hadn't done that healing, I would not be sitting on a YouTube live right now. Yeah. So, hey, Samir, glad you're here. So if you have something that you feel is blocking you and you just don't know why, this past life work could be really, really helpful for you. The stories that come out are so fascinating. And I find that when I channel a reading for somebody, you know, there's parts that they relate to that they've never told me about. There's different aspects that they didn't even realize was connected. So it's just so fascinating and powerful. So in the online class, it's a 3-hour workshop. And we're going to start with giving you that bigger picture of what reincarnation is and how it fits for you in your life. You're going to learn kind of some astral travel techniques to help you to start getting some glimpses of your own past lives. Now, this is not a regression. It's a very simple and easy technique. Anybody can do this. Don't be intimidated by that word astral travel. You can start to discover ways to tap into source energy and your own experiences. Your brain is part of the physical body, right? So your brain, your conscious memory doesn't remember past lives, but energetically, you can start intuitively getting those messages. And that's the work that we're going to do. Plus, each group is limited to 8 people because I'm going to be doing a personal past life reading for each person in the group. And as you're listening to the other people's readings, you will probably relate to them as well in some sense and be healing all of that. So that's the really cool thing, is that if you're not able to get there on your own, I'm going to also give you a personal past life reading, pretty much what like I was just describing, where you would share with me an emotion you've been experiencing, and I tap into the angels to find out what is that past life that is connected with it, so that you can understand what happened, and we'll work on a solution together to replace that old habit, that old energy with something that's aligned for you now in 2021. I'm so excited for this. It's been so transformational when I've done it before. I hope that you will join me. Please share the invitation with your friends to join you. There's only 3 spots left for Friday, 3 spots left for Saturday, so they could go quickly. They probably will. So I warmly invite you to this transformational healing experience. If you guys have any comments or questions, now's the time to ask. Otherwise, I'm going to hop off for today. I love all you guys that are here live. And if you're watching the replay, much love for you as well. So just wait a second to see if there's any questions. But again, take a look at the link. It's listed on Eventbrite. And if you have any other questions, post them on the video, or you can email support@communicatewithangels.com. Okay, so I don't know if there's a delay, but I'm not seeing any questions come in yet, so I'm going to hop off for now. Thank you for being here again. Have an amazing day. Hope to see you on Friday or Saturday. Bye, guys.